So in the last class, we have seen this basic code where we compiled this and we executed it and saw the print statement that it was printing whatever you are giving inside that println. Right? Now, to understand just what this piece of code is doing, we'll not go into too much of detail right now. I'll just let you know simple basic stuff. We'll come back to it again when we understand the class concepts and all. So, first thing in Java, everything is a class. Now, what is a class? We have not covered that, but just understand that you can say it's a way of programming, right? It's a way of writing codes, which is called as object-oriented programming, right? So, this public class is a way of declaring a class, all right? And this is the name of my class. This is very, I can change it to whatever I want. So you can rename this to whatever name you want. But these two words are fixed. Public class is a keyword. So both of them have to be used in this format only. This can be any variable name or any name that you want. And only restriction is it has to start with an alphabet and can't start with a number. Other than that, you can have any text-based name here, right? And this bracket is the beginning of your um, class, all right? And wherever this bracket ends, that's the end of your class. So this class starts here and ends here, right? Now inside this class, we have written a function called as main, right? So the main, what we have put behind main, public static void. Again, we will describe what these three keywords mean a little later. All right. So for now, just remember the keywords as it is. Main is the function name. Now, every Java program will need to have a main function, right? So this you can have other functions inside the class, but this function is required, the main function. All right. So for now, for a few programs for now, we will be writing only one function inside the class, which will be the main function. Right. So as we go ahead a little more, we'll introduce more functions, user-defined functions, which you can write. But for now, we can start. We can say that we are going to have a public class, any name that you want, and a public static void main function, which takes as argument again, the explanation for this we will get back to it a little later. Fine. So for now, these two lines, don't worry too much about them. We will explain them in a lot more detail soon. But remember that these are required to start the program. All right. So out of these two lines, this is variable. I can use anything I want here. Remaining part is fixed. They have to be as written here. So public class, any class name, public static void, main function name within brackets, string args, and the function main starts from here. Right? So this is the beginning of the class. This is the beginning of the function. Now inside this function, I can implement any code that I want, and this is my end of the main function. So main function ends here, starts here, class ends here, class starts here, right? So you can see that whenever we are starting a flower bracket, we're introducing a tab space to indicate that this part of anything that follows from here is inside this flower bracket. Alright. So once I start this flower bracket, I introduce one more tab space to indicate whatever is coming here is part of this flower bracket. So this makes reading of the code a lot more easier. It's not mandatory in Java to have this spacing. It can work without the spacing also, but it makes the code a lot more understandable and a lot more easier to read. So it's a good practice to follow that you give this indentation properly for every code that you write. And what have we written inside the main function? We have written uh, system.out.println. Now this is a predefined function. All right, system.out.println is a predefined function which allows us to print values to the desktop or any display that you have connected. Fine. So for now we have the desktop connected, our monitor. So whatever we say we have to print, will be printed onto the monitor. What does it print? Whatever you give inside the double quotes is printed as it is on it, and you can also print variables with it. We will see that soon, but for now we can remember that anything that you mention inside double quotes will be printed as it is by the uh, function, right? So again, this the syntax is fixed. Please note the S is capital. So system dot out dot println. The ln stands for new line. Right, so that means after it prints this statement, it automatically goes to the next line to print the next value. Now, what does that mean? There's a variable called only, instead of println, you can also use only print. So let me just show that if I use only print, okay, and let me print two lines of code, and I'll execute this. You can see it printed hello Java and hello again, both in the same line. If you want, after printing this string, it should go to this next print should come in the next line. You can use println. Okay, that's what the ln means for. So after you print, printing is over, go to the next line. So if you use run now, it will print hello Java and then print hello again in the next line. Hello Java, hello again comes in the next line because we used println. Fine. So easy way to remember how to write this function. Just start by typing system, enter, press a dot, you will see out coming, enter, press a dot, you will see the println coming here. Enter, and whatever you want to print, print it in the double quotes. So no need to memorize it. The IDEs will give you a prompt for how to use it. All right. So that is about the one function that we have seen till now, that basic hello world program that we executed, right?